I think I spoke about this actually in the Bayern Munich game, and I know he didn't score, but there's definitely something about Nathan Tella which I find just really quite interesting in this Leverkusen team. He's not a big goal scorer. He's not a guy who sets up goals, but he's just almost like a good runner, or he's just very good at doing or performing the instructions that are asked of him. He scored a great goal tonight against Frankfurt. It was a really well taken goal. And the run he made shows that he knows what he's doing there. It's a really well taken, was really kind of well disciplined run that you'd see from a striker. And he's just always quite good at this with Leverkusen. He's just a player that Xabi Alonso clearly trusts to just do a job on that left-hand side, whether it's a defensive job or an attacking job. And he always does it. And he's never the guy who scores the goals. He's never the guy who sets up the goals, but he's just a player who never really seems to have a bad performance.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of low-key, just totally flying under the radar this season, I think, in terms of being a really important player to that Leverkusen team. I'm trying to think of a good comparison to maybe draw to, and I keep thinking of Kevin Großkreutz, but that's just me every weekend, I guess.
He's way better.
Yeah, he is way better. I'm just trying to think of a player who's like really undervalued or underappreciated, but the club itself and the manager himself really appreciate him.
I have one. Hofmann.
Yeah,
You Hofmann.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good example. That's a perfect example, actually, because Hofmann hasn't played at all this season, so he's probably just stepped into his role. And yeah, you're right. He obviously scores a goal tonight. He puts in a good shift. I think Leverkusen looks really on top of things.